3 years ago, probably 8 months before COVID hit, and 2 weeks before we went into shelter in place, we came up with all these events to have every month, and then shelter in place, and then we couldn't have anything.
Christy owns Ethel and Sable in downtown Felton.
It feels so good to be back. Felton is my hometown, and I love it here so much.
In Felton, Jennifer Hodges, KCBS.
Just ahead on KCBS.
I'm Chris Carlo with more on how candidate quality is helping Democrats sail toward the midterms against some pretty strong headwinds.
8:08, let's get our first check on traffic of the hour with Ted.
Yeah, we are going to go back to this accident we are looking at in Berkeley, east of University. Not many details in at the moment, but it is time to flow from Ashby. So if you're in the area and you see what's going on, let me know the phone force 415-391-5227. That's 415-391-KCBS. Other side of the freeway 80 westbound wide open all the way into the Bay. Upper deck of the Bay Bridge 80 westbound, it's the same story. Lower deck 80 eastbound, you're looking brilliant right now. We are getting reports of a fire visible from the freeway in Oakland, eastbound 980 and 18. Sometimes that does cause people to slow down and take a look at the activity. Right now, fire crews are responding, but again, this is not yet directly impacting the freeway. Jumping to Milpitas, eastbound 237, just before Zanker Road. We have an accident that is first being reported. There are some injuries potentially, so we'll wait and see if they do have to block off a lane. Your next 18 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Today, partly cloudy in the morning by the coast, becoming sunny in most of the Bay Area. Highs in the 60s and 70s by the water, in the 70s to low 80s inland. Moderate breezes pick up in the afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear in the evening with some patchy fog rolling in by the coast after midnight. Lows will be in the mid-50s and 60s. Tomorrow, easy with some scattered clouds in the morning. Highs in the 60s and 70s near the coast, and 70s and 90s further inland. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on all news. 740 KCBS.
KCBS News Time 8:10. As the midterms approach, Republican leaders are growing more worried about the balance of the Senate. KCBS's Chris Carlo reports a slate of vulnerable candidates may keep the GOP out of power.
Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is lowering expectations for a Senate takeover and blaming candidate quality.
Many of whom were supported, endorsed by former President Trump, endorsed well enough to get the nomination, but because they are so far out of the mainstream, it's another question, a doubtful question to Senator McConnell, to which they may be able to actually get elected.
KCBS political analyst Larry Gersten says part of the problem is candidates took a hard right turn in their primaries to win over Trump supporters. Now they're struggling to convince general election voters they're actually more moderate.
We're talking about J.D. Vance in Ohio, talking about Mehmet Oz in Pennsylvania, and Herschel Walker in Georgia.
Gersten says it's still too early to call this a lost cause.
But 11 weeks out, you don't want to be trailing by that kind of margin, especially if you're having a problem raising money.
He says those candidates need to strategize whether drawing closer to Trump for fundraising and his base's enthusiasm is worth possibly alienating moderate voters. Chris Carlo, KCBS.
KCBS News Time 8:11. We are just a couple of minutes away from a check on the KCBS Sports Line.
What's the problem with getting something for free?
I just feel guilty about it.
Guilty?
Who does that anyway, give away something for free?
S&G Carpet during their buy two, get one free sale?
What do you mean?
Look, we're going to go to one of S&G's big showrooms and measure with a laser and guarantee their installation for life. Think of it like you're getting 1/3 off. You buy 2 square feet of select flooring and S&G gives you one for free.
So I have that to spend now.
What?
Well, I think
No,
1/3.
No, you're looking at this
S&G's
wrong.
buy two, get one free sale saves me 1/3, so now I have that to spend.
You don't feel guilty spending what we saved?
Yeah, no.
There's no in saving 1/3 off select carpet, waterproof core, hardwood or laminate during S&G's buy two, get. They'll beat any written estimate by 10%, and the price they quote is always the price you pay.
S&G more than carpet.
Go to sgcarpet.com for the showroom nearest you, or to have their mobile showroom come to you.
San Francisco Opera is celebrating 100 years of producing thrilling opera in the Bay Area. In honor of this centennial, the Dolby family is offering $10 tickets and great seating locations to anyone within a Bay Area zip code who has not attended the opera in the past 3 years. San Francisco Opera anniversary season begins this September. Come and celebrate. Visit sfopera.com/opera for the Bay to claim your tickets.
Now through August 31st, listen to all the magic of an Air France rendezvous. It's time to book your each time you fly. Elegance is a journey. Air France. Round trip purchase required. Advertised fare not available on all flights. Additional restrictions apply. See terms and conditions at airfrance.com.
For eligible individuals 18 and older only. Results vary. Audio effects do not simulate actual hearing aid experience. For safety information.
How are your hearing aids sounding now?
A little tinny.
Okay, 2 seconds.
With hearing aids from Light, is done remotely in the comfort of your home, from initial testing to adjustments.
How are they sounding now?
Fantastic. With Lively, you get premium Bluetooth-enabled hearing aids at thousands less than you might expect. Advanced hearing aid technology is now affordable and convenient. Your hearing aids are sent right to your door. And if you have any issues, we'll make adjustments 7 days a week for 3 years. No charge. Oh, you people at Lively are wonderful. With Lively, you get free shipping, 3 years of follow-up care included free, plus a 3-year warranty with loss and damage coverage. Can't lose. I hear better than I ever thought possible. And now through Labor Day, get $300 off all rechargeable hearing aid models. Just go to listenlively.com. That's listenlively.com. listenlively.com. Coming up on KCBS, it's another way to leave your heart in San Francisco. I'm Megan Goldsby on the call for artists to design a few dozen heart sculptures that raise money for SF General.
8:15, we're checking the KCBS Sports line. The Giants lost to the Rockies by a score of 4-3. They're back in action just after 1 o'clock this afternoon. By the way, 4-3 is the same score by which the Oakland A's knocked off the Seattle Mariners, and they're back in action just after. More sports now with Joe Hughes.
Once the preseason gets underway, the NBA's off-season storylines tend to get pushed to the back burner a bit. At least camp starts next month, but causing a buzz on social media this weekend, NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal declaring his best player in the world right now. He says that player, Steph Curry.
The real ones are recognized by the championships that you have. Nobody plays better than Steph Curry. He's a tough shot taker, tough shot maker. I like where he's brought his career. Let me tell you something. I love Rocky type. Steph was a highly recruited, so to be able to work that hard and be the best shooter and one of the best players in the league, he gets my props for that.
That was Shaquille O'Neal on The Big Podcast. He was joined by fellow NBA analyst Kenny Smith, who focused on what sets him apart from the game's other superstars.
Every time he can probably get a shot off. It's like, it's never in a part of the game, him, Giannis, LeBron, it's I can get my shot off. But there is a difference when you take your shot and how you take it. And he's mastered that.
From the sports desk, Joe Hughes, KCBS.
This is Vanessa Bryan with PG&E. 811 is a free service to keep our communities safe. Before you do any digging, PG&E gas and electric lines so you don't hit them. Call 811 before you dig. To learn more, visit pge.com/safety.
They've committed some terrible crimes.
The daughter of John Doe.
And now they are learning what it really means to apologize.
For being responsible of the death of your father, I am deeply sorry.
I'm KCBS reporter Kathy Novak. Join me inside Seoul, starting tomorrow right here on the Bay Area's #1 news station, KCBS, and streaming live on the Odyssey app.
Cars for Kids is the fastest way to donate your car. Donate today, and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Go to Cars for Kids or call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
When you're locked up for a violent crime, how do you come to terms with the harm you've caused, and what will stop you from doing it again?
You didn't kill the person physically, but you killed her soul.
I'm KCBS reporter Kathy Novak. Join me inside Soledad State Prison tomorrow morning right here on the Bay Area's #1 news station, KCBS, and streaming live on the Odyssey app.
Open the door to unlimited possibilities when you enroll at a California community college. Whether you want to transfer to a 4-year university or earn an associate degree, you'll find the support to help make it all happen. Classes can fill up quickly, so enroll today at icangotocollege.com.
Time to get a check on traffic and weather together. Ted Ramey, what's happening?
We're going to go out to Fairfield, where we have traffic being stopped in both directions of 80 at Red Top Road. This is due to some road work happening in the area. Sometimes when they're doing these overhead projects, they have to temporarily halt both directions. So right in that location, we've had an accident come in. No details as of yet, but that's just not going to make the situation any better, so to speak. So if you are sitting, that is what is going on. From there, we are going to jump to Berkeley 80 eastbound, east of University. Accidents here. Unclear whether or not it's blocking any lanes, but we are seeing slow traffic. Again, in the area, you're going to be slow just before Ashby, but then it does open up once you get east of University, and it starts to pick back up. But it has been doing a little bit better in the last couple of minutes, so hopefully they are closer than farther away to get. Just a heads up, if you're heading to Bridge, we do have a high wind advisory in place. Your next update, 8:28 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
And let's get a check of our weather forecast with KPIX5, Darren Peck.
Well, we can take a little bit more of an onshore breeze this morning to cool us. We're going to drop that number as much as 10 degrees from where you were yesterday. We'd made it up to 101 in Livermore yesterday. Today, you're only going to 88. How's that for a drop in the Tri-Valley? Inland, Contra Costa County, Concord, you're doing the same thing. Upper 80s there. Santa Rosa.
I like your race wearing. It's pretty cool.